Good morning! Super Secret Bricks here to review all the LEGO Atlantis sets. Today we're having a look at the set 8075 Neptune Carrier, released in 2010 during the first wave. It has 454 parts and 4 characters. This version of the Captain Speedman character appears in 3 other sets. 8057 Wreck Raider, 8077 Atlantis Exploration HQ, 8078 Portal of Atlantis. Here's his serious face, and here is his scared face. This version of the Axel Storm character appears in 3 other sets. 8056 Monster Crab Clash, 8060 Typhoon Turbo Sub, 8078 Portal of Atlantis. In this set, he is equipped with horizontal lights. Here's his serious face, and here is his scared face. It is worth noting that Axel doesn't feature in the LEGO Atlantis movie. Its head is reused in the set 7188 King's Carriage Ambush from the 2011 Kingdoms theme, and in the set 9093 Bone Cruncher from the 2012 Racers theme. This version of the Dr. Jeff Fisher character appears in 1 other set. 8078 Portal of Atlantis. Here's his serious face, and here is his scared face. It is worth noting that in the LEGO Atlantis movie, Dr. Jeff Fisher is the marine biologist of the crew, and his dream is to prove the existence of the anglerfish. All the Atlantis crew share the same outfits. In the first and second wave, with a dark bluish-grey helmet, trans bright green visor, lime flippers, and dark bluish-grey torso and legs with diving patterns. The Manta Warrior character appears in 3 other sets. 8073 Manta Warrior, 8059 Seabed Scavenger, 8077 Atlantis Exploration HQ. On top of its head, it wears a manta-shaped soft rubber headgear that is printed with Atlantean patterns on it. You can also see that the torso is printed with a manta ray shaped pattern. One of the accessories included is the pearl gold trident, which is made with a soft plastic. There are 2 more variations for these parts, one with a circle at the base of the sprongs, and this one, which is only thought to come in early Atlantis sets. The Atlantis Key included in this set is the green Manta Key, which is also included in 3 other sets. 8059 Seabed Scavenger, 8076 Deep Sea Striker, 8078 Portal of Atlantis. The Stingray is black and its belly is white. Its head is done with a black 1x2 plate modified with Racer's car grille, and a black 1x4 plate modified with angled tubes which make out its eyes. The fins are angled using a hinge brick and so can be articulated. They are stickered with Atlantean patterns, but note that there are no Atlantean triangles matching the shape of the key. On the rear, there are two glow-in-the-dark appendage spike / bionicle spine, and they are slightly articulated. The tail is also slightly articulated and is composed of a black tail / neck / trunk middle section, as well as a white small tooth. It is worth noting that this Stingray doesn't feature in the LEGO Atlantis movie, and is one of the original brick-built creatures of the film that doesn't feature in previous underwater films, if we exclude the Manta-shaped vehicles from the Stingray's faction of the 1998 Aquazone film. Right behind the stern thruster of the Neptune Carrier is docked, via a pin, an underwater scooter. It is 4 studs wide, minus the thrusters, and 7 studs long, and it can sit 1 minifig. It sports the red, black, and lime colors of the Atlantis crew vehicles, and it is equipped with 2 harpoons for good measure. Inside the front hangar bay of the Neptune Carrier is stored a Seabed Rover, which can be deployed via a ramp. Note the inclusion of stop gaps for the rover to park safely. The chassis is built on a black 4x10 vehicle base with 2x4 recessed center, and so it can sit 1 minifig. There are 4 red small hard plastic wheels, a part that is mostly used in space sets, and this specific color was introduced in the LEGO Atlantis film. On the front, there are 2 tiny grabbing arms. Note the use of a trans bright green 2x2 curved slope with lip parts as a windshield, which really helps tie this vehicle with the Deep Salvage Crew vehicle color scheme. The Neptune Carrier has 2 forward-facing propellers at the front, which are encased in a red 3x6x10 half cement mixer parts. Those are stickered with vent holes and bubbles patterns. They are hinged and so can be opened to give more access to the hangar bay. Above the hangar bay is the hood. It is a sub-assembly and so can be detached. There are 2 headlights at the bottom. On the side we can see some engine details with 4 more headlights, or maybe those are actually torpedoes. The top of the hood is stickered with vent holes and bubble patterns. If we remove that hinged part, we can see a pearl gold 2x2 brick with 2 studs and curved slope end. Could it be the sub's source of power? Behind the top of the hood, we find the bridge. It is protected by a trans bright green 10x6x3 bubble canopy. There's a computer, a seat for the pilot, and a storage space for flippers and Atlantis keys. Below the bridge, there's a red Technic panel stickered with the set reference, the Trident logo, vent holes and bubble patterns. Those can be hinged open to give access to the lab, which contains a computer, storage space for a hammer and a wrench key on the left, storage space for 2 harpoons on the right. The space is small, 2 by 6 by 4, and it's tricky to place minifigs inside. On the flank, the vertical light bluish grey tiles are stickered with scales, which are possibly here to measure the level of the sea when the sub is above water. Behind the lab, there's a large stern thruster. Above it, we can see the antenna as well as wings with no less than 2 flickfire missiles each. Behind the antenna is a red triple 16x4 curved wedge for the tail, stickered with panels patterns. It is worth noting that in the LEGO Atlantis movie, the Neptune Carrier is similarly proportioned, although the interior space of the bridge is much larger. The underwater scooter and the Seabed Rover are absent from the movie. The March-April 2010 issue of Brick Journal contains an interview of the LEGO Atlantis set designers. There are 2 instruction books. The first one builds the minifigs, the Stingray, the rover and the scooter, as well as the first half of the Neptune Carrier. The second one is for the rest of the Neptune Carrier. We can then see all the first wave sets, excluding the 2 smallest ones. They are then followed by a page showing all the characters and in which sets to get them. In my opinion, the Neptune Carrier is a great set. It has good characters, a nice brick-built monster, and the sub itself is fit to be the flagship of the Atlantis crew. Now, the mystery to me is why there is a color mismatch between the Stingray and its Atlantis Key. Either the Stingray should have a green or lime highlights, or the key should be transclear. This would provide much greater coherence. I really like the parts usage for the head of the Stingray. The shaping is fantastic, and with all those car racing parts used, it makes you wonder how super fast the Stingray is. I think the Lego.com description described the Stingray as a battle-trained companion for the Manta Warrior. This opens a lot of play scenarios in my opinion. The underwater scooter is okay. When docked to the Neptune Carrier, it doesn't look out of place. It even adds some extra propellers to it. And of course, the Neptune Carrier looks great without it. While I do not like underwater wheel-based vehicles, I think the Seabed Rover is a great addition to the Neptune Carrier. The grabbing arms are a bit articulated, but I would have preferred if there was an additional articulation point. What I really like is that the designers could have used a 2x6 plate with 2 pairs of tiny wheels, but no, they definitely went the extra mile. They used the 4x10 chassis, which basically means you get a regular city car, or at least for that time. On the Neptune Carrier itself, there are some obvious gaping holes. We can notably see through the bottom of the lab. The hangar bay is also quite opened on the sides. And the ramp can never fully close up either. With that being said, the Neptune Carrier is still my favorite Atlantis crew vehicle, with its great color scheme, interesting design, its capacity to transport people, and yes, plural people, cargo, and even 2 smaller vehicles. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's it for the review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. I release new content every Wednesdays and sometimes on Saturdays. So click the subscribe button if you want to get notified. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.